Welcome back, everyone, to more Undercover Brony episode reviews. This time it's the Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, the movie. That movie. Let's talk about the movie. Let's talk about the movie.
No, we are talking about Once Upon a Zeppelin. The movie review is coming on Saturday.
But I hate Led Zeppelin. Let's play.
What?
Yeah, dude. Pink Floyd for life.
The metalhead hates Led Zeppelin.
I grew up in a county in California where they host a segment called Get the Let Out 7 days a week since I was a kid, and apparently they've done it since the 80s, where they do nothing but play Led Zeppelin for like 2 hours, and every guitar player in my town learned Stairway to Heaven and played it at school. I got enough Led Zeppelin, and plus David Gilmour's way better than Jimmy Page, but
hey,
yeah, no.
At least it's not another two-name band like Van Halen that you hate. Van Halen's awesome.
Oh, Van Halen's great. What was I gonna say?
Got it bad,
so the movie starts out.
Got it bad. I'm hot.
Got it bad. I'm hot teacher. So the movie starts out right. So Twilight. It's great because it starts out like.
Dude, we are talking about it on Saturday. We have a guest reviewer for it. You will be fine until Saturday.
Okay, fine. I stole these glasses from work for nothing.
You can wear them on Saturday if you really want to. By the way, my wife is in the background. She's watching Amending Fences. So let's talk about an episode that's not as good as that episode.
Oh, ayo, shots fired. No, really, like it's really. I feel like Twilight's a good character. I've talked trash on her a lot, but I feel like consistently she can be a good character, and I feel like she's a worthy main character for this show. But unless it's the finale or the premiere, I feel she has the worst luck with solo episodes. Like, people always say Applejack has the worst luck with solo episodes. I feel like maybe they're just a little more mixed. I find solo Twilight episodes are the most divisive. Like, with an Applejack solo, you can be like, yeah, it was all right. Yeah, it was whatever. But with a Twilight, it'll just be like, I loved it, or it'll just be like, I hated it. There is one
of episodes that they vary wildly. Something like Amending Fences, which is top tier, absolutely incredible, down all the way to Three's a fucking crowd.
For Amending Fences, though, she had Fluttershy to play with, and in the
Dancer?
Amending Fences. That's right. I don't know why I thought it was the Hat Cult in the. I was about to say Hat Cult in the Field. I was about to say Hat Cult and McFields. No,
but McFields are coming, motherfucker.
No, but Amending Fences is great because not just that, but because they also brought in Moon Dancer, who's voiced by the great Kazumi Evans, and you also had those 3 other ponies to play off of, and you were experiencing 4 new characters with that, so that was great. But with this, it's Twilight's family, which Twilight,
at least characterization.
Yeah, his dad's, real mellow, real chill. His wife is, like, all about, like, thrills and stuff. Like, he can just sit at home, watch the news, read the paper, read a book.
Read a motherfucking
book. And his wife is, on the roof doing handstands on fire in oil slick.
She's the kind of pony that you would see, like, balancing off the top of a building on 2 chairs on the edge of a building.
On 2 chairs on the edge of I like the way you think.
No. There's one where it's literally a chair that's already kind of bent back. Or no. It's a chair that's sitting there on the edge of a building, and then the dude's on another chair that's bent slightly back on top of the first chair, about to... oh my gosh.
ECW. So it starts off with Twilight is McChillin' like a McVillain. And she's signing a bunch of stuff. She's like, man, I shouldn't have taken this higher position. The salary is not worth all these potential overtime hours I could be having. And she gets a letter from her mom and dad. Dude, we signed something without looking, and we've won a contest on a Zeppelin. That's so steampunk.
But I'll say this, guys, please don't ever do that. It is so bad for you. I've done that before, Snakeskin. I'm sure you've done it before. It is bad
Heyo.
news.
Yeah. Oh my God. I was so mad one time. I got tricked into thinking I won this $10,000 Best Buy gift card, but all I got was a little bit of stolen identity. That I only believe that the one time, and I was like 15 or something. It was like the first time I ever. It was like the first year I had my email. So. I mean, it sucks too because I like Best Buy. I could spend $10,000 at Best Buy. You kidding? That's where I bought my computer. That's where I buy my games. That's where I've bought. That's where I bought my small Vietnamese child. It's awesome. So,
But by the way,
um,
I'll say my thing. I bought a car that was marked up $3,000 over its Kelley Blue Book price. I'm still paying for it now.
oh, what a bunch of jerks.
Uh-huh. So anyway.
So yeah, they're like, we want a contest. And Twilight's like, okay. And Spike's like, dude, you should go. And she's like, nah, I don't really feel like it. I don't, I've got all this stuff to do. And Spike's like, nah, just go. I'll take care of stuff. And I was actually really touched when Twilight was like, but you're just as much as part of my family as anybody else. And I'm like, you're goddamn right he is. But Spike being arguably the nicest dude in the show, Spike the Dragon, aka the real element of generosity, was like, and loyalty and honesty and magic. I mean, he's a freaking dragon. Was like, nah, dude, it's cool. I got. Yeah, she's the. He's like that one meme picture of that Jesus statue where it's like, I got you, fam.
Yeah, right. There was actually one where this guy had a Jesus statue, and he puts it on the top of his Wii U gamepad, and it's like, I just got the new amiibo, guys, and literally it's someone comments on the picture, and it's like, side special, he turns the other cheek.
Oh my God. So then the theme song, My Little Pony, My Little. So they go to the Zeppelin. And, I didn't even realize it was Iron Will, because I was going to say that was one great thing about this episode. Iron Will is back. I've been saying for years they should bring him back. He's finally back. But I didn't even realize it was him until he showed up. Like, I heard him talking over the thing, but I never put two and two together because I don't know why, but the first time I heard him, I'm like, okay, the Zeppelin's is piloted by a pirate. That's interesting. Because I don't know why. It just sounded like a piratey voice to me. I mean,
speaking of pirates, you'll hear about them on Saturday.
Okay, so there's this one part in the movie where Fluttershy.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. We'll go through it on Saturday. That's one of the best scenes in the movie, by the way.
So there's this increasing focus on, as the episode goes, Twilight, my family to have fun, like more than myself. Which that's one thing this episode was really good with. It really nailed Twilight's personality, that while she is nerdy and goofy, and occasionally a little arrogant, she is still a nice person that cares about her family and friends. So so even though she's on vacation, it felt real true to her character that she's like, yeah, I'm on vacation, but I'm still going to put my family first. I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. I see that. And
the whole family's here. You have her mom, her dad, Shining Armor, Cadence, Flurry Hard, and herself. Now, if you look at it, again, I love how they have characterization now, and I love that the mom's a thrill seeker because I'm the same way. But looking at it from the perspective of, you have technically not really three, but two families coming together to one now. And when they get into their room and she pulls out that schedule map. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's every Excel spreadsheet for a con ever. You will see those in the con books.
Fun fact, they actually made those, they actually animated that spreadsheet in Excel, but then they just kind of like photocopied it into the Flash. I'm kidding. I don't even think that's possible. So
but
there's
still,
a point
she has everything planned out for them. So like Flurry Heart has a little princess play date thing. Cadence, or no, Shining Armor has like a boat race. Mom has.
Twilight, you remembered how much I like tiny things.
Yeah, and then he goes over to Flurry Heart, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
I know, right? It makes you wonder what else is tiny. Heyo!
That's why he's captain of the Royal Guard. He's compensating for something.
I need a minute. Why was that so funny? Why was that so funny? That's so dumb, but that's so funny.
Well,
yes.
let me just say, I just made our resident yummy yowie beefcake.
You're a bastard, John. So they so the joke throughout this episode is Shining Armor gets airsick all the time, which I'm like, okay, you knew there had to be an airsick joke because there always is and stuff like this. So it going to him, that makes sense. I mean, it's funny, and you know, freaking, he was like one of the only other dude characters in the show not completely emasculated. So I guess they had to get him at some point. And Cadence, in grand Cadence tradition, Cadence does nothing. She does nothing. Can I filibuster for a second? She's been on the show off and on for 4 years. Cadence doesn't do anything. She killed Sombra because Shining Armor threw her and Spike set her up for the kill. She did nothing when Discord showed up. She did nothing when there was a changeling in her kingdom. That was all Spike and Shining Armor. She did not. Oh, don't even get me started on the movie.
Oh, let me just say this. When it comes to Cadence on Three's a Crowd, she literally sits there as a motherly figure trying to say everything will be fine. And at the end, she's bored of the fucking Crystal Empire because it's too, like, mean. Or not mean, but like, I don't know. Ordinary. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, I just want to say that. I just want to filibuster right now that, you know, Cadence.
Don't be dissing my boy Spike.
We like Spike. No, no, let me just say, Cadence as a character isn't that bad. I mean, a little generic, but she's not that bad. But like, as far as like a plot device and as far as things to do, Cadence is -5 stars. She doesn't do anything. She doesn't do anything at all. She didn't do anything this episode. The whole episode is Twilight yelling at Iron Will. That's literally what it is. I mean, they have to deal with that stalker fan for a little bit, but the meat of this episode.
Oh my gosh, that dude is literally every awkward brony ever.
Has this season taken enough pot shots at bronies yet? I mean,
God. Oh my gosh, so much meta, I swear.
Season 7 has been like one of the best seasons in a long time. I feel like every season's been good, some better than the rest. Like, I really like seasons 4. I really like the seasons from 4 to now, but I don't know why season 7 is just like, for some reason, on a whole weird another level. Like, everything's been pretty good. The movie's on fire. I'm just saying, this MLP train is in no way done, so is not done just yet. They keep adding more characters, but unlike Kingdom Hearts and Ruby and Red vs. Blue, they're able to add more characters but keep the main characters in focus. So I don't know why. I'm not saying this show's perfect. It's not. I'm just saying it's episodes like these where even when they're okay and not maybe even not that good, there's still some really good things about it. And here's the thing: this is a Twilight episode where Twilight wasn't the worst part in her own episode. We've seen episodes starring other characters where they might have been the worst part in their episodes. Twilight was good here. Iron Will was good. the creepy family was just meh, and Cadence doesn't do anything because she's -5 stars.
Okay,
So
so kind of like rapid fire through the episode here. You're looking at it from the fact that she keeps missing all these little things because she's
yeah,
having to do princesses. Now, Iron Will basically did something horrible with them. He basically said, "Okay, this is your Zeppelin now," and everyone came because they wanted to meet the Princess of Friendship and the Princess of Love all together as one happy family.
So he roped them together. He roped them together in this indie air DIY like fan convention because, as he said, what was he like the motivation, or whatever? It was like the motivation market was drying up, so Iron Will moved into the Zeppelin business.
Yeah, and what's so funny is before she agrees to all this, they're like, "How dare you try and say that?" And he's like, "I had it in the terms and conditions. Didn't you read that?"
And then you know, it's a joke that's been made so much for the last especially 7 years. But I gotta be real, the terms and condition joke is something that will never not be funny because it's so true. You ever try to read the terms and conditions? Like you read through the first two, and you're like, okay, but then you're like, wait a minute, this is like 1,000,000 points long. It's like, what? But
yeah,
so
I know.
So
it's
the episode
crazy.
So the episode comes together with the creepy stalker fan that wins a contest, and he gets to be part of Twilight's family for the rest of the day. Now, I felt a little bad for the kid when Twilight yelled at him because ultimately he was just a fan meeting an idol, but at the same time, he does kind of cock a lot of things up. So,
Josh Scorcher, I hope I was not like that. I swear. That is all too real. I swear.
I promise you, you're probably not the worst that he said. Okay, let me tell you a quick story. There's a metal singer I like, his name's Tim Ripper Owens. He sang for Judas Priest for a while when Rob Halford left. I love that guy. I've loved his work all over the years. When I met him, I was so nervous talking to him. I meant to say, "You're like my favorite metal singer." What I said was, "You're like my third favorite metal singer."
Oh my gosh.
That was like 5-7 years ago, and every time I think about it, I still cringe and die on the inside. So don't worry. I mean, he's probably forgotten about it, but just don't worry, man. You're fine. So
anyway.
the episode ends.
Okay. The whole freak out thing I love because literally her whole big thing was, "I want to see the star shower."
Yeah.
And
Mario Galaxy.
I want to see the star shower because it reflects the light really well, which talks about something with the movie, which we'll talk about later.
Oh, so is this one part in the movie?
No,
where
stop it. So, okay, when it comes through, she doesn't get to see it. She misses it because she was signing autographs. And she was not happy at all because, she missed the one thing she wanted to do. And so she's yelling at everyone. I'm the only one not happy. And she steps back to go leave. And then, oh my gosh. And then the kid, like Stargazer, something like that. She steps on his hoof, and it's like, I wouldn't have done that if you worked on my tail constantly. Even my own family doesn't do that. And it's like, oh my good golly. Yeah, I could see that. He deserved that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I felt bad for the kid, but at the same time, she wasn't like wrong or unjustified, so it worked. That was good. That was I mean, like I said, still not on the level of Amending Fences, but I feel like Amending Fences we remember really well from Moon Dancer. But yeah, so the episode ends with that, and her family, it's actually kind of adorable. Her family makes it up to her by by dressing up as stars and like suspending themselves in the air, and they're like,
Yeah.
sorry you couldn't play Super Mario Galaxy 2, but here's Super Mario Sunshine. And she's like, oh my god, that's so sweet. So they quarter Iron Will, and the dude jumps off the Zeppelin. The dude jumps off the Zeppelin with his parachute, and it's fine. And then Twilight's like, you know what I've really learned from all this? They're like, what? I should really just stop being in my own episodes because this kind of varying quality is ridiculous. And that's how the episode ends. Like we said, did we give an ending?
Signing Armor was sick the entire time. The episode.
Signing Armor?
Shining Armor.
No, that's great. That's a Shining Armor was deaf. So yeah.
Yes.
So did we give Amending Fences a 10?
Yes.
I would give this one a solid 8 3/4 because there were some really good parts, but it wasn't.
Make the Harry Potter reference already.
I give this episode a platform 9 3/4. Yeah, you're right. That's dumb. I'll just you know what? I'll give it a 9. Just because looking back on it, when I was watching, I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. But talking about it, I'm like, yeah, there was a lot of stuff I liked, actually. So good on you, Twilight. So I'll give this one a 9. I don't know. That rant she did that rant she did reminds me of this part in the movie where
no.
All right, what's your score?
I give it a 7.5 because unlike you, as we were talking through, there were more and more things that I'm just like, why? Just why?
Why?
Porque? No. You have that what? Okay, did you see that video of the dude that like his ice cream drops and he screams and then they edit that in as Iron Man's like laser things. So they
yeah. Oh my god. Nani? Yeah, no, I've seen that. That's great.
Oh my gosh. There's another really good one that it's from some sort of anime that like it ends off like a and it's like to be continued. and it's this water spout that this dude tries to change it to a shower, and it literally the entire bottom part of the tub like pops off and it says to be continued.
Oh my god. So yeah, that was the episode. Join us back for Saturday where we can talk about the movie. So there's this part I love in the movie. Okay,
all right.
We'll see y'all next week.
See you later. Bye.
Too sweet.